Shit, my mic was muted. Hello, I'm Psy. Shit. Should I keep going? I'll just keep going. Hello everybody, PsyStarcraft here, and I know I've been uploading a lot of I Want to Be the Bossy lately, one a day, just because that series is going to be so damn long. But I want to stick to StarCraft as well, and so we are going to see a Zerg versus Terran this time. I'm really looking forward to Heart of this War, man. I feel like it's gonna bolster my interest in StarCraft 2, man. I read like Reddit forums and like I have a fan page on Team Look, and I didn't even know that. And people are always like, man, I wish the days when Psy was the top North American player and stuff like that. And it really makes me nostalgic, it kind of motivates me a little bit. But you know, at this point, it's like StarCraft 2's been out for so long. There's already like established good players and shit like that. It takes so long to catch up, and it's like, well, if Heart of the Swarm's coming out, then what's the point? But I don't know. Maybe that's not the greatest mindset. I don't know when Heart of the Swarm is going to come out, but I know I kind of hop on and off the wagon quite a bit, so maybe I'll hop on that wagon sometime. I don't know. We'll have to see. Anyway, in the top left, it is vilePsY. That is myself. I'm the Blue Zerg. Against Sinister in the top right as the Red Terran. The map is Shakira's Plateau. We are in close air positions, if you can even call this close. Moo. Oh, I gotta show you guys this. There is a channel in StarCraft 2 called the Cal level 1. The Cal level 1. I don't know if there's like Cal level 2, 3, or whatever. But every time you type something, hello, it adds moo to the end. Now there aren't any bots in StarCraft 2 that will do that. So Blizzard has coded this channel to say moo at the end of everything you say, which is quite hilarious. I'm surprised that it's just now being discovered by someone. But there you go. Hello, moo. Hello, moo, people, moo. My name is Derek Anderson. You want to fight about it? Anyway, I'm going 15 hatch here, followed by a 16 pool. I like to build back up to 18, get an extractor to bring me to 17, get an overlord, and then just drone up a whole bunch, maybe get 2 or 4 lings. A lot of lings. You either get a lot of lings in ZVT or not too many lings. I mean, in the early game. Because, you know, Hellions are really good against Lings. You might want to get Roaches. But the cool thing about Shakira's Plateau against Reactor Hellion, which is one of the most common builds that Terran use, is that there is a small choke. So just like one Spine and one Queen will oftentimes discourage Hellions from trying to go in and do some damage. Also, the small choke up to your main as well. So very, very cool. How do you do cinematic mode? What is cinematic mode? No. I don't know. I was watching Husky replays, and one thing I noticed is that cinematic mode is actually really cool when there's big battles. So once I find out how to do that, I thought it was like Control Alt U or Control Shift U or Control I. I don't know. Anyway, looks like my opponent is opening up with Reactor Hellion followed by an expansion. So very standard by him. Usually push in with 4 to 6 Hellions at this point in the game. And I'm just continuing to drone up. I did put 3 on gas. Like I said, I went 18 extractor, and I'm going to be keeping 1 on gas just for shits and giggles. That little bitch is going to eject. Oh, you're so sexy. I love you. You are so sexy, my queen. And he's going to be starting those 2 Hellions. And only 2 Lings here. None other to be seen. No others to be seen. He's going to be raising that depot. Not a lot of scouting information would have happened if I sent that Ling in even further. You can see, I can see the command center. I already saw the reactor factory, so I'm not too worried about that. This Overlord hopefully eventually going to be sneaking in somewhere. It looks like he wants to go behind the expansion, which isn't really necessary now. I should be positioning this Overlord to where I can try to scout some kind of specific strategy. Because I already scouted the command center in his base here, so this guy could just kind of stop and just wait around here for a little bit. Both those Lings getting toasted, unfortunately, but the Spine has been placed. I did prepare the Spine up here, I believe, or maybe it was over here, I don't remember. But anyway, starting that Roach War now. The problem with getting a lot of Lings is they're not cost-effective against Hellions, and it's more difficult to expand, take a 3rd base, until you have Roaches. That was like most broken sentence in the universe. But I know the Stefano style for ZVP. I kind of don't know it so well for ZVT. I know it's similar, you know, mass upgrade for melee, and then Broodlords, but and Infestors. I think it's Infestor, isn't it? Like Ling Infestor. I don't think he even gets Banelings or Roaches really. I know he gets Roaches sometimes, especially when he all-ins. But I am getting 3 Roaches right now. I'm really cutting costs. I don't want to get a lot of units. I just want to get enough roaches to have the map control I need outside of my base so I can take an expansion here. Looks like he's got a 5th Hellion, Sinister does, and he's just kind of rallying a couple extra Marines. Now going to land that command center, throwing out a barracks as well. And here come my 2 evolution chambers, and these are going to be seeing +1 melee attack and +1 armor, which of course benefits roaches as well. He's trying to do some damage to the roaches, but roach is so damn good against Hellions. He's just going to be fleeing with those little dingleberries. And here comes the lair. And let's see what the harvesters are sitting at. It's 43 to 28, but Terran does have mules. We need to see a transfer here for Sinister. There's the transfer. Now running off 1 factory, you're going to be getting siege mode and a tank. So a very standard Terran opening. Just going to be getting Hellions and then Marine tank. And I'll be trying to stop that with my my Infestorling, and eventually probably see some Broodlords or Ultras. Now, you guys know how awful Ultras are. And, you know, I should really be getting a Baneling Nest for good measure. I mean, I'm running on 2 base, almost fully saturated. I'm at 51. You might as well just spend 1 little measly drone and 100 minerals and 50 gas on a Baneling Nest. You never know when you're going to need it. And oftentimes, Infestors aren't enough. You need Infestors supplemented with Baneling. So, should see that soon, hopefully. There's that 3rd base, possibly a bit too late. I mean, you saw how long ago I pushed out the Hellions with my roaches. Immediately after having that opening, I should have been throwing down the Satchery, especially when I've got this much excess minerals. Now, part of the reason I have that much money is because I'm saving up for the infestation pits, so I can just produce a lot of infestors. But still, you had plenty of money aside. You got to expand a little bit earlier than that. Notice I do have a macro queen right here, throwing down lots of creep tumors, which is always useful. I mean, a lot of people undervalue the effectiveness of creep. Well, not a lot of people, but one, not only does it increase your unit's speed, it also gives you vision, and also, even if your opponent's got an observer or he's got tons of scan, it's going to stall him. He's not going to want to move out so darn fast that he's just going to be on the creep. He's going to want to kill it, wait for the creep to reside, and it gives you a lot of extra time to do what you need to do. And if he doesn't do that, then he's going to be in big trouble because he's going to be engaging on creep. Looks like I am able to surround 3 of these Hellions. Not going to bother chasing those other 2. I know that he knows he made a mistake right there, man. You do not want to get on that creep, especially when there's a nice little pool of lings right here. And this bitch needs to throw down another creep tumor, that fucking bitch. Jesus. Come on, bitch. Now, we're not seeing a command center. We're not seeing a 3rd command center from Terran, and what this means is he's likely to push out. Now, I haven't actually scouted with this Overlord and seen any kind of tech, you know, maybe I suppose there's not really anything you can see from Terran at this point because all they're really going to do is go, you know, Marine tank. But I should be scouting for another command center. I should have a Ling like right here to see this command center immediately when it flies down and expecting a timing attack because while it's very rare for Terran to get a 3rd command center before they attack, it is possible. And if I were to scout that, I'd realize that you might be going for more of a macro game, and I might be throwing down my 4th base immediately. But look at this Overlord spread. Nice Overlord spread. Could use some Overlord spread down there. And it looks like he is going to move out. He's got 24, 25 Marines, 4 tanks, and 2 medevacs. But look at the Infestors. The Infestors are out. If you're a Terran player, man, and you know your opponent's going Infestors, which he does, he scanned me, you want to move out before that research completes because he's got a nice cluster of Marines right here, and my Infestors are just sitting here waiting for something to fungal. I can't see them because of the creep. 2 Overlords look like they're going to go down, but are the Infestors going to get a fungal off? Oh, huge-ass fungal, motherfucker! Killing like 20 Marines. In come the Lings. These Lings need to go in and help out as well. Need to drop down some infested Terrans. No, but I'm going to be fungling instead. I think at this point, infested Terrans would have been a better choice. These Infestors are going to get out. One of them going down. And these Lings running in and cleaning up. +1 upgrade has finished. +2 is on the way, about halfway finished. And upon seeing such an easy cleanup, I'm going to be taking a 4th base, almost undoubtedly. I'm going to be taking a Hive and a Spire, and this is how you secure wins as a Zerg player after destroying the first attack from a Protoss or Terran. You tech up and you expand. That's really all you need to do. Here comes that 4th base. So I am in great shape. Burrow wouldn't hurt either. Wouldn't really get any Burrow play up here, but it's always good for saving those Infestors that are just a little bit out of position and stuff like that. So I see he doesn't have a 3rd, he doesn't have a 4th. There's no way he's going to be expanding this location. It's very, very unlikely. And if he does expand there and get away with it, kudos to him. Looks like this medevac is left over from that battle, and he's going to be getting away. But little does he know, there is an expansion here with a nice, juicy queen just waiting to shoot that little bitch down. Oh, that's the most cost-effective attack in the world. 1 shot, 1 kill, license to kill. GoldenEye 007 style right there, man. Greater Spire, or Lair rather, is almost complete, and now starting the Overlord spread on the bottom. You got a couple here, got a couple here, but just look at the map vision. You feel so comfortable in this situation. The only thing that I could use is maybe a couple burrowed Zerglings or Banelings out here, because I don't actually get to see his attack until he reaches this point. And, you know, even this little extra space, seeing the attack here and seeing it here, is actually a pretty big deal. Looks like Sinister is going to be moving out with some infantry, some drops. He's got 2 medevacs going the south route, but this is kind of unusual because he has to assume I have the watchtower, right? And he's got 3 medevacs with tanks, marines going to the north path. Well, this first one's going to be cleaned up easy. I've got these infestors just running down here. 1 fungal, some infested terrans. I know he's probably going to unload, so I'm using a little bit more infested terrans than I need. And he just, I don't understand this drop. Doesn't make any sense because I can see it at the watchtower. Now this one is more realistic because I might not have overlords, but I did have overlords. I'm going to be responding with all my links, +2/+2. His marine's still only 1-0, trying to complete that 1-1 upgrade, but it's just not going to be enough, and these slings are just going to clean everything up. And a GG from Sinister. The Greater Spire was almost complete as well, so I guess a quick ZVT for you guys. This is high masters. I mean, this is high master play. Sometimes they just don't play as well as they could. Look at all those SCVs. Holy shit. Holy shit balls. How many fucking... He had 80 harvesters on 2 bases. Oh my god. I guess he was going to transfer them to the third. But anyway, very straightforward game. And I want to leave you with something that Stefano said when he won some tournament. I don't remember which one it was. Oh, the Lone Star Clash, I think it was. He said that Mutalisks just aren't good compared to Infestors. Mutalisks just don't get the job done. So I'm really trying to focus on more Infestor-centric play. And while they don't give you the map control that Infestors give you, as long as you're watching the minimap, you can respond to drops. And I really like it, the quick upgrades and so on. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. It is weird. I don't even know what I'm saying. Goodbye.